Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here with me today. So I'm going to play in my gluefolio again today. I know, I've been playing in it a lot, but I'm having so much fun. I just can't stop. Plus I want to fill it up. Love this page. A lot of you really enjoyed that page as well. Let's see, where do I want to start? I think... Well, I don't know why. I'm just going to start right here. Okay, so I have some images I pulled out and I want to use, let me see here. I want to use this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in half. Yes, okay. So this is an 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5. Save that one for my other piece. And then I think I'm going to cut around the edges here. This is some neurographic art that I did, and you can find it in my Ko-fi shop. The link is in the description down below. Thank you to everybody that's been purchasing my art to print and use. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I've been working on a couple more pieces to go in. So that's exciting. Okay. The glue crew has seen what I'm currently working on. So I think what I'm going to do is, how do I want to do this? Because it's a little bit smaller than the page I have in here. So I was kind of wondering if I wanted to leave just a tiny white border, or do I not want to do that? I think I'm not going to do that. Or do I? Oh my gosh, this is where I start getting all weird. Okay, moving on. All right, guys, I had to switch over to voiceover. There's some people having some yard maintenance done. You can still kind of hear it in the background, but they're further down the street now, so it's not quite as loud. They were closer to my house and it was super loud. So anyways, yeah, I decided to go around the edges of my paper with my favorite color, teal. I love the way it looks on my painty papers. And like I mentioned before, this is in my Ko-fi shop, so you can print this out and play with it as well. You can also add more color on top of it, some marker if you want to make it brighter. So with this one, so I've had this leopard or cheetah. No, this is a leopard, right? I don't know. No, this is definitely a leopard. Okay. Anyways, does it even matter? I don't know. You know what? It does matter because somebody will correct me in the comment section. So I want to get it right. So yeah, I want to use this. I got this out of one of those books from the Dollar Tree that is, Spot the Difference. You know, I love those books. I love to get the pictures out of there. So I've had this one forever. What was I just doing there for? Oh, I was trying to find the perfect washi. I had decided that I was going to put this paper all the way flush up into the corner, which would leave me a little bit of white space down the spine. So I wanted to add a little bit of washi tape just to kind of, I don't know, add a more pops of color, even though I'm using black and white. But I love to use black and white with my colored stuff. I think it looks really cool. Now I'm just gluing it down. I had a really good response to the tutorial I did yesterday. A lot of you are going to be making some as gifts, making them for yourselves. Some of you don't have a laminator, so you're just going to use sturdier like cardstock or something. That would work. You could even use a cereal box. That would work really well. Because you want something that is a little firmer so that the holes don't rip or bend. So now I'm just going in with some black and white washi tape. I should have used one that was black, a black base with white dots, but I don't know. I just wanted to use this one. And then I was struggling so hard to cut this, you guys. I don't know what my problem was. Finally, I'm like, forget it. I'm turning it over and doing it this way. I was struggling. I don't know. It's just one of those weird days. Wasn't working. There we go. Get that piece of washi out of there. It has no business being here. Okay, so now I'm going to glue my little leopard down. cut off some of the edge there. I have the Shermanator in here with me per usual. He's in here and resting right now. Now that I'm talking, he's not snoring so loud because he probably wants to know what I'm doing, but he was just snoring so loud. So, okay, don't laugh at me, but I decided to draw some Monstera, is that how you say it? Monstera leaves. And I didn't do the best job, but I think they turned out pretty good. So I drew them out, colored them in with a light green, and then I went over with a darker green and made like some lines in it. And then on top of that, I added some white lines in there, which is kind of hard to see from here, but I mean, not bad for my first time, but I wanted a little something else to add in here, and I'm really enjoying adding stuff that I have made. I've always loved to draw. I'm not the best at it, but I enjoy it, so I'm going to continue to do it. I've been drawing since I was a little kid. I do it less now than I used to, mainly because my hands hurt, but I do focus more on like neurographic art and doodling and that kind of thing. But anyways, I encourage you to kind of make some of your own ephemera. Draw some things out, use a stencil, color it, cut it out, you know, that kind of thing. I had fun doing it. Now I'm just trying to glue these down gently. Gently. Bob hasn't been feeling very good the last couple days. He was going to try and go back to work this week, but I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen yet. He has not been feeling good the last couple days. So I think he needs to stay home a little bit longer. He's taking it day by day, and he'll just see. And then when he first goes back, he's just going to go for like half days just to kind of ease his way into it. So I don't even know if Monstera, first of all, if I'm even saying that right, but if these leaves even grow where a leopard is, but I just wanted to add some leaves, and I wanted something that was kind of interesting. And so look, your collage does not have to make sense. And you know this for me because I love random collage. I just wanted some plants, you know, leaves, whatever. And so I think what I'm going to do is draw a few more and add them to this. So I'm not quite finished with this page yet, but I like where it's going. And you know, if I decide not to do any more to it, that's fine too. But I do think I want to add a few more leaves. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I don't want to cover up too much of my background though, because that's the fun part. And oh my gosh, you guys, while I was doing this, this might be when it happened. I should just cut this out. But anyways, I was sitting here and I have my heat tool plugged in and I had it sitting on my desk. Well, I moved it over and it was just sitting there. Well, all of a sudden I'm just creating and it just fell. I mean, it had been sitting there for like 20-30 minutes and all of a sudden it fell. And when it fell, it turned on and it fell on a plastic basket that had some papers in it. I'm so glad I was in here because, oh my gosh, that would have totally started a fire. Isn't that nuts? I normally don't keep it there. So that's what just like, it freaked me out even more because I'm, you know, I was already freaked out that something like that might happen. And then it did. And I'm like, nope, that goes right back where it goes, unplugged over here on this metal thing because I am not risking it. So on this one, I was like, hello, why have I not been doing this? So instead of cutting off the border around my printed image, I decided to add some black and white stripes. And I'm just using a black permanent marker to do this. And I'm going kind of fast so that I don't make them perfect. And that one takes the stress off of me. And two, I like it when it's a little bit wonky, which is nuts for me to even say. It felt weird even saying it because I'm such a perfectionist. But I don't know. I wanted to take that, how do I want to say this? I just wanted to make it easy for me and not stress and be fun. So sometimes what I'll do is kind of go a little faster so that and then tell myself like, it doesn't need to be perfect. It looks good wonky. Yeah, I have those talks with myself, but we all know I have an anxiety disorder. I have to talk myself out of these things because at least for me with anxiety, when you have anxiety, you automatically, everything goes to the negative because it's that fight or flight. You are paranoid that things are going to be wrong or do things wrong or something bad's going to happen. So I literally have to talk to myself and be like, girl, you're good. This is good. Your art is fine. Just have fun. And I literally have to tell myself that every day. And I've only started really working on this the last few years, especially when my dad started getting sick with cancer and my anxiety just got really bad. I mean, it was really rough for, mainly my dad because he was the one going through it, but all of us because it totally changed our family and our dynamic. And, we knew we were going to lose my dad and my anxiety was just through the roof. And so I've really started to work on that. And that's why I made that little tutorial that I did yesterday. Why I made that little notebook is because I have 4 little notebooks in there. And in one of them, I had started doing like 5 things that I love on each page, like my top 5 fruits that I like right now, or the top 5 vegetables I like, top 5 songs I like, just anything that I can wrap my brain around of things that are positive that I enjoy instead of writing down negative thoughts like, oh my gosh, my day was so bad. This happened, this happened, this happened. I don't want to do that because then I will obsess over everything bad that happened. And so I just like to sit down, and that's why I doodle so much or do neurographic art. That really helps calm me and let my brain just chill for a little bit. But also doing little things like that, just writing, it's kind of like my book of 5s. I just write down 5 things, maybe 5 things I love about Andrew, 5 things I love about Jackson, 5 things I love about Obi, just things that are positive and, keep that mindset positive. So I don't know. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I know that a lot of you also suffer from anxiety and like generalized anxiety disorder, not just like we all have anxieties in our life. We all experience that. But then there are some of us that actually have, a mental health diagnosis kind of thing where it affects our daily life, and it affects my daily life, and it always has. And so I'm finally, in my mid 40s, and I'm like, girl, enough's enough. Let's grab this by the horns and say, I choose to be positive. Now, am I positive all the time? Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not. But I do try every single day. And just that effort has made a huge difference in my life. So I just wanted to pass that on to you guys and see if that helps. So I'm using that gold paint pen that I shared the other day. I got at Hobby Lobby and I freaking love it. I use it all the time now. So I went around to all the words, and that quote says, I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. And I thought that was hilarious because this is Martha Stewart sitting on a candy bar. She probably has the munchies from smoking too much doobage with Snoop. Who knows? But I just thought it was great for her. And I really like how this page turned out. It's simple, but I do have my own art in the background. I added gold paint pen. I added, black and white stripes. And then once I got off camera and I was looking at this, I did end up, going around the edges of the page not the edges, but the border of the black and white. I went around with the gold paint pen as well. I didn't do the side that's on the spine, and I'm looking at it right now and I just realized that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Probably. So here I am showing you how sparkly it is. It's kind of hard to show on camera, so I was trying to bend it so you could see. Isn't that so cute? All right, guys, that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.